Los Angeles Chargers visiting the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday Night Football in Week 2 of the NFL here on Monday, September 15, 2025. NFL player props, spreads, totals, predictions, as always in this video. 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that Cap made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's have a great Monday Night Football. We have a doubleheader, guys. We have a video already out for the other games, so make sure you guys go check that out for the Texans and the Bucs game. We got 3 picks in that video as well, so we're locked in, guys. We don't have a results recap available for you yet. I'm recording these videos early, so we're not doing a results from the weekend yet. Results will be on Thursday Night Football video. We'll have our Sunday, Monday recap, just like we did last week, where we recapped all 11 picks. So we're actually gonna have 14 picks all together to recap on Thursday. So that should be interesting. So hopefully things go well. Hopefully we have a great week number 2, and we can make some money here and do well. So. As always, do appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you guys drop your favorite pick for today's action down in the comment section. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And if you want your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put star or an asterisk next to that pick. Include your pick in the video if it hits in our next video. So, as always, guys, appreciate you guys. It's a big day. It's a big weekend. We got you covered. Doubleheader, Monday Night Football. As if you didn't get enough on Sunday, we're going to have plenty on Monday for you too. So let's get after it, guys. And I think that's about it. Well, one other thing, check out the pinned comment description for any links that you guys are looking for around the channel, social media, membership, merchandise. All those links down below in the pinned comment and description, as always. All right, guys, it's time to get after it. Let's get this 3-0 sweep today. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1. We are rolling with the Los Angeles Chargers -3 spread here versus the Las Vegas Raiders. We're going -115 odds here on Fanatics. So really like the spot for the Chargers, guys. You saw what they did in week number 1 and winning 27-21 in Brazil versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Really dominated that game, particularly offensively, particularly with the receiving core with Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, combined for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns between those 3 players. So they were all just about at like 70 yards. The only one that didn't catch a touchdown was McConkey. Keenan Allen caught 1 and Quentin Johnston caught 2. So they absolutely dominated over there in Brazil versus a very good Kansas City defense. So I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be that here in Las Vegas, but I think Justin Herbert's going to take a big step up here. Here under Jim Harbaugh, in his second year under Jim Harbaugh. And also with Keenan Allen now back in LA. Really like the receivers they got for him now. And even at tight end with Tyler Conklin and Will Dissly, they have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously adding Najee Harris at running back as well. Hampton played very good. So they have a very talented offense, and I think it's just going to be a lot for the Raiders to deal with here, even being at home. I just say the Chargers are supremely talented. Honestly, I trust the quarterback more. Herbert over Geno Smith at this point. I trust the coaching right now a bit more. Jim Harbaugh over Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a little old, guys, but hey, he's still a great coach. I can't really hate too much on Pete Carroll. He came out week 1 and won 20-13 over the Patriots, so we can't hate too much on him there. But obviously, the biggest thing is I trust the playmakers on both sides of the ball way more for the Chargers. They just have a lot more of them. Obviously, Khalil Mack, Derwin James, and then obviously I just named to get all the ones on the offensive side. They're just absolutely loaded with lots of talent. So I think here we saw it kind of play out that way last year. Chargers took both meetings last year, winning by an average of 13 per game. They won 1 by 14 and then 1 by 12. So pretty much that's what happened both times. So I think 3 points, with the clearer and better team, and the Chargers, they already proved it in week 1, beating a very tough Kansas City team, obviously. Kansas City, is obviously they were a bit nicked up at receiver, but they dominated Kansas City's defense, which I think is definitely noteworthy as far as that goes. So looking for the Chargers to take it to the Raiders here early. I think they got all the talent to do so. And I think finally, under Jim Harbaugh, I think Herbert's going to keep playing very well. So love it there for number 1 pick. We're going with the Los Angeles Chargers, -3 spread here versus the Las Vegas Raiders, -115 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, we got Tyler Conklin, over 16.5 receiving yards here for the Los Angeles Chargers. We got -102 odds here on Caesars. So yeah, I just mentioned him up above as one of the targets that Herbert obviously has at his disposal in this aerial attack. Conklin posted 50 receiving yards last week. Just 2 targets, but obviously he made the most of it, and he did very well. Disley had just 18 yards receiving, so I think you could see Conklin continue to steal those targets away from Disley there. And obviously 16.5, we could just get 1 catch. We could take care of that. Obviously, he was doing that last week. Conklin's always been a great receiving tight end, though. And he also played the Raiders very well the last time he played them. Last time Conklin played the Raiders back in November of 2024, he posted 70 receiving yards. So I really like his matchup. I like, obviously, that he's coming off of 50 yards. But he's not a guy that's going to draw a ton of attention. Played 43 snaps last week. I think that was the big thing I looked at. Want to make sure he's going to be on the field at least some of the time. He did play 43 snaps, so that's obviously very good. I think that bodes well here for us to cash this line. Very manageable line. Like I said, versus the Raiders defense that has played the tight end position fairly poorly, ranking 28th on props.cash. So this is kind of where they struggle on defense and still played out that way in week 1. Hunter Henry, tight end of the Patriots, posted 4 catches for 66 yards. So struggling up the seams right now. I think Conklin obviously could take advantage of that. He's a very good receiving tight end. And I think he'll be able to get at least 1, maybe 2 catches here. And hopefully he makes them lengthy and just gets this out of the way quick. And obviously helps us cash this Chargers bet as well. Wouldn't it be great if Conklin just takes an 80-yarder to the house? I don't think that's realistically. The dude's pretty big. I don't think he's going to be outrunning people like that. But like I said, I do think he can have a few catches here. Hopefully a few more targets, just 2 targets. I think they can improve here in week number 2. So love it there, guys. For our number 2 pick, we got Tyler Conklin, over 16.5 receiving yards here for the Los Angeles Chargers. -102 odds here on Caesars. Okay, and finally at number 3, we got Jacoby Myers, over 59.5 receiving yards here for the Las Vegas Raiders. Going -114 odds on FanDuel. Now, typically when I'm taking a spread on the Chargers, usually on the opposite team like the Raiders, I would usually play an under, but I really like Myers over here. And I still think 2 things could be true. I still think, obviously, he can go over and the Chargers could still cover. Jacoby Myers is like a very quiet, good wide receiver. He doesn't get talked about like at all. But he actually posts really crazy numbers sometimes. Obviously, in week 1, he posted 97 receiving yards. We're not really talking too much about this guy. His line isn't even giving him that type of respect, right? You'd expect, 97 yards in week 1, maybe a line closer, to like star level, which is like in the 70s. Now he's back here in the 50s, and I think they're undervaluing him here. Obviously, already 1 for 1 so far this season. He's going to get a lot of targets. His receptions line is set to 5.5 for even money. So even if he gets 5 catches, I think he'll clear this line. I really like the value here. He's he was 9 of 15 to this line in 2024. That's 60%. 7 of his last 10 games overall, he cashed this line. Basically, if he has any type of a capable quarterback, I think he had Aiden O'Connell at the end of last year, and he was an upgrade, and he was able to cash some lines. Now he's got Geno Smith, probably the best quarterback he's played with in the NFL, honestly. So in that case, I think you're going to see this guy continue to post great numbers. I think he's a lot better than people realize, and his numbers kind of reflect that. And you take his last couple games, he's played the Chargers, he's posted 123 and 61. Last time he played him, he posted 123. Any receiver that could post those kind of numbers with any type of semi-regularity is a pretty dang good wide receiver. So I think Myers here is going to be able to take advantage of the Chargers. This is the weak point for the Chargers. Chargers allowed Hollywood Brown 10 catches for 99 yards in week 1 versus the Chiefs. So, Hollywood Braun is kind of like, he hasn't had any type of big numbers, but he posted huge numbers in week 1 versus this Chargers secondary. So I think Myers can get free. I definitely think this is a great matchup for him. And obviously, like I said, I think he is extremely undervalued. I think he will cash this line with ease. He may go for 100. I wouldn't mind laddering him up to 100, honestly. I think he's going to have a big game. And he could give the Chargers problems. Now, if you want to consider this like a little bit of insurance, we could also call it that too. So, if the Raiders are doing well, Myers is doing well, at least we got Myers on the over. But like I said, I think both things will still happen. I think all in all, I think the Raiders are going to struggle. But here, I think Myers is going to have some success versus the secondary. I really do. Like I said, he's had very solid hit rates in his career. And like I said, right now he's playing with the best quarterback he's ever played with. So I think he can get this done. So love it though for number 3 pick. We got Jacoby Myers over 59.5 receiving yards here for the Las Vegas Raiders. Minus 114 odds on FanDuel. All right, guys. That is it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button as always. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We've had a busy weekend. We've covered a lot of sports, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We're gonna try to stay as consistent as we can, and hopefully win a bunch of bets. We had a crazy good Thursday, and then we kind of had, we had a mediocre Friday and a mediocre Saturday. So hopefully we can have a great weekend and just cap the week off in style. But as always, appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Check out our other Monday Night Football video for the Texans and the Bucks. Outside of that, it's going to do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your night. Peace out.